Hi gang, welcome back to Pool School. And in today's very unique and unexpected lesson, I am going to show you what I have every morning before I go out and do my pools in order to feed my body and maintain my blood sugar levels and all that. So this is what I have every morning and it is the bomb. Stay tuned. So, I know this may seem like a strange video for pool school, but I have had people ask me, do you do anything for your health? And I actually do. I make this little smoothie every morning. I call it my Superfood smoothie. And I'm gonna go over how I make it and what's in it. And if you guys ever wanna try it out, you might like it. Anyway, here we go. Okay, so these are the ingredients I use, and then I will show you the most special ingredient of all. Okay, so first I start out with a almond coconut blend milk. So it's non-dairy and gluten-free. This happens to be made by Silk. There's other ones. I'm not endorsing Silk. It just happens to be the one I have. I put about 12 ounces of that. Sometimes I use a little low-fat Greek yogurt. I like this kind. It's a honey vanilla. And then I also use kind of whatever berries I can get on sale. So these happen to have some blackberries here and some blueberries. Well, if at all possible, I try to get organic, but sometimes it's really expensive, so I make sure I wash the fruit really good. That's about the amount I put in each. And then I also make sure I have an organic banana. These are chia seeds. These are really important. These are the bomb. You should read up about chia seeds and how good they are for hydration. They're better than flax seeds when it comes to antioxidants and all that, so I'd highly recommend those. And then I use, for today, I'm using a vegan protein. Normally I use some kind of vegan protein, like pea protein, stuff like that. This one happens to be made by a company, by Sprouts, which is a local healthy market. And so I use that. And then the number one big key ingredient, drum roll please, is this right here. This, folks, is the bomb. It is called Dr. SCHULZ'S Superfood Plus. And if you want to find out more about Dr. SCHULZ, I use a lot of his products, including his cleanses. You can go to his website. It's herbdoc.com. And again, it should appear across the screen here. Herbdoc.com, herbdoc.com, herb, okay? So what I do is I just take 12 ounces in my blender. I got about 12 ounces there. I put 12 ounces of the Silk coconut almond milk in there and the blend, okay? Then I take my fruit and I add that in, and careful not to splash. I'm gonna add that in. There's my blackberries and here's my blueberries, and those go in. And then I'm gonna also add my banana. So I add my fruit first. It seems to work better and less of the powdered stuff that I put in sticks. So I'm gonna peel a banana and put it in real quick. One quick note, I usually always put a banana in because the banana is really high in potassium, and that really helps me, prevents muscle cramping and things like that. So those are my fruit ingredients. Again, you can get whatever fruit you want to put in, fruit that's on sale, fruit that's seasonal, that's all real good. Now I'm gonna add my powders. I'm gonna start with my chia seeds, 1 tablespoon of chia seeds. So I'm gonna set this up here so you can see me do this. So I'm gonna grab a tablespoon, and it doesn't have to be a super fancy tablespoon. I'm just gonna get a single tablespoon from, whoopsie, sorry. I'm just gonna get a single tablespoon from my kitchen drawer, and I'm gonna drop 1 tablespoon of chia seeds in there. These things are really funky because if there's any dampness on your spoon, they'll stick to them. If you notice right there. Can you see that? Stuck to them right there. All right, and close that up. I'm gonna take a scoop, because the requirement of this one is 1 scoop of the protein powder. And I like protein. I stay away from whey protein and soy protein because I just don't think they're that good for you. And I find the vegetable protein or the vegan proteins are better. Make sure it's organic, make sure it's non-GMO and gluten-free. And then I'm gonna also add a tablespoon or 2 of my yogurt, okay? Big tablespoon, bloop, just plop it in like that. Now, I grab my Superfood Plus, and like I said, it is the key ingredient in all that I do when it comes to this smoothie. Now, this is very green stuff. It's got a lot of green in it, so it's gonna taste really green. So that's why I add all this other stuff too. My wife actually can't stand this stuff, but it literally is, to me, it's my elixir of life. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my freezer. You don't have to watch this. I'm going to grab a small handful of ice, and I'm going to drop it in my blender. And you can see that right there, yeah? Now all I'm going to do is I'm going to put it on blend. This particular blender I really love. It's a Blendtec, and we've had it for a long time. And it has an ice crush kind of a milkshake maker. So I'm just going to hit that and turn it on, and it'll do its job. And I'm going to pause while I do that. Okie dokie, my smoothie is all blended. It's kind of a nice color and everything. So I'm just going to pour it into a big enough glass or cup. And again, remember I started with 12 ounces of the coconut almond blend. So just going to pour that in there. And there it is. I rinse all that out. Notice I cleaned off my counter, so while it was blending, I put everything away. I usually like getting a thicker, bigger straw. These are the kind that they use for what they call bobas. That's a very kind of popular drink here. But I tend to like a wider straw because if there's any chunks of stuff, it helps it go up the straw easier. Also, there are times when I will buy frozen fruit, like frozen mangoes, which are some of my faves. And the blenders don't chop those up super complete, so there's some chunks, and they go up the straw easier and they don't clog the straw. So that is how I make my smoothie. And again, I highly recommend it. If you have any questions about this, feel free to message me on the comment section below this video, or you can email me at my Gmail address. And again, it's kennypoolschool@gmail.com. It should come across the bottom of your screen right here. kennypoolschool@gmail.com. As we wrap up this episode, may I say, here's to your health. May you and yours have a wonderful holiday season since we are in the middle of the holidays. Remember, you still have a pool, so always have fun, always be safe, and always, always, always watch your kids around water. I'll see you next time. Cheers. Oh, that's good.